There are cars and mates and piles of money and huge empires and dreams coming true on every subject that you have been playing in that are ready for full manifestation by you. And we want you to hone in on the vibrational frequency that makes you able to see a little bit more of those things every day, every day, every day. You really wouldn't want to perceive everything that's in your vortex all at once. It would overwhelm you. It's the things that move you emotionally in a way that feels good that we want you to experience, you see. We want you to be in love with each other and with life. We want you to find interest in things. We want this life to demonstrate for you in the way that you intended for it to. All of the richness and the fullness. We want you to feel the wholeness of who you are. But in order for you to do that, you've got to do something with the vibration that's happening around you that allows you to receive the fullness of us who are always looking in with you right here, right now on whatever it is that you're focused upon. Clarity. That feeling of clarity, meaning that feeling of being in a frequency that is not disallowing the wholeness of who I am, so that the wholeness of who I am is there to perceive this moment in time. That's a rich life experience. Learning to focus. There is not anything more important than learning to focus, because when you focus and don't allow contradiction or even confusion or even other things that are off the wavelength, or even maybe other things that are on the wavelength that are a little different than what you're focused upon, as you learn to focus in that way, your perception, your ability to perceive is divine. Focused upon something that is really meaningful to you with non-resistance. It's the same conversation as we would rather see you in a state of appreciation than in a state of meditation. Because in either case, there's no resistance. And in appreciation, you are fully functioning and you are allowing all of the resources of you to demonstrate for you in a way that is really delicious something here and now. But until you allow yourself the personal, hands-on, up-close, conscious, deliberate experience of focusing and feeling yourself coming further and further and further and fuller and further and fuller and further and further and fuller into vibrational compatibility with the source within you who is looking at the same equation, at the same situation, at the same house plan, at the same car plan, at the same whatever it is that you're focused upon. When you allow yourself the experience of all of that clarity being perceived by you, you know how when you say, oh, I just got the best idea. That's you tuning in to that best idea frequency or channel that's there for you all the time. This is what genius is. Genius is just attention to a subject until the fullness of who you are can be part of the conversation. Here's a good way to look at it. You hear the fun conversation, maybe it's not fun to you, but it's been fun to us as long as you've been saying it, of if a tree falls in the forest and there's no one there to hear it, did it make a sound? And we say, no. If there's no one there to hear it, it did not make a sound, because the sound is the translation of a vibration. And if there is no eardrum there to translate that frequency into something, then that manifestation did not occur. Did you follow? And so this is what the perception is that we're talking about. There is vibration all over the place, but unless there is a receiver or a perceiver of the vibration, you see,
then it's not complete. Right?
Then it actually didn't even happen. And so that's why there are 3 steps to the creative process. Step 1 is the idea flies. The idea flies, but then there is the practice syncing up with the vibration of it, you see. We want to impart to you in a way that you can know it, how all in this together we all are. We want you to feel how when you launch those rockets because of the details of life that you are living, and Source gives attention to the attention that you've given and holds that stable vibration in a place that it is now a frequency that you can realize, that you can perceive. In other words, we hold steady those frequencies while you're not stable, while you're still shuffling around in beliefs that have been denying it for you. Did you hear the poignancy of those words? There are so many things that you desire, that you've launched the rocket of and that your source is on. Expanded, beautiful versions of all things that you want. But your beliefs are preventing you, and your belief is just a practiced vibration. So once you launch those rockets and that practiced vibration denies it, that's when negative emotion, that's that uneasy feeling that you have. That's why we begin these gatherings by saying, do you know what you want? And are you enjoying the expansion of your desire? Because when you get to that place where it doesn't matter to you whether it is manifested, you're taking delight in the launching of the idea, because you understand that by law it must manifest if you will allow it. You see, you feel your way to it. You are the ones who are here on the leading edge, having the precise, intricate experiences and doing the subtle asking for the new expansion. And when you ask, every part of your asking is satisfied vibrationally first, and then it's up to you, inhabitants, it's up to you to hone the frequency of that which is you into the realization of it. You see, you have a misunderstanding of what this planet is. You think it is this knock on wood reality that is perceived by everyone and everything in the universe, and that is not true. You are on the frequency that allows you to perceive it. If we could get you to feel this one thing, everything about your life would be transformed. And that is, if you could, for a little while, because once you do it and catch on to it, you'll do it forevermore. For a little while, if you could just not try so hard at all, if you could not care even a little, not at all, if you would give up trying to get others to get your perspective, if you would not need anybody else to get you, because first of all, they can't. They have a whole different relationship with their inner being. They have a whole different set of things that are in their vortex. They're not tuned to you. They don't really care that much about what you think. In other words, there are so many reasons that really is a futile experience. But if you could just not care about modifying the perspective of anyone else, and you could just hone your own perspective by feeling the relativity of the perspective of the source within you, so that then you have donned all of that foresight and insight, then the tapestry of your personal life experience would become so much more